Hello guys, my name is Nairi and you will find me on the Nairi Squires channel where I talk about all things relating to adoption, family life, children's behaviour, trauma. It's all on there. So if you think that could be useful to you as a parent, then please just hit the pink subscribe button that you can see down in the corner of the screen. Now today we're going to talk about something a little bit different, and that is, do you feel actually that you are second rate when it comes to the fact that you're an adoptive parent or even a foster carer? And I'm here to encourage you guys that you don't need to feel second rate. In fact, what you need to feel is amazing, because you're going to be doing an amazing job. And I am a strong advocate for those of you who are going for adoption or you're going to be a foster carer, because some people just really do not understand what is involved. They don't understand how difficult it is, and they don't understand the commitment levels for either of those things. Now, I have 5 birth children. I've been a foster carer and an adopter, so I believe that I can speak from my own experience of how it can sometimes be with other people's attitudes towards you. Most of the time, guys, it's not deliberate, it's just attitudes, and it's a misunderstanding of what it is that you're doing and what you're trying to do. And I think because people don't understand that for many of the children that you are going to be looking after, trauma is involved, and therefore the parenting is more challenging than, sometimes, not all of the time I know, but more challenging than if you are bringing up birth children, or should we say it's a different foundation. They don't actually understand the level of commitment involved when you become a foster carer or adopter, but I do. And what I want to say to you guys, if you've not been able to have children and you're going for adoption, or you are an adopter and you're feeling a little bit down at the moment because it's challenging and none of your friends or relatives really understand, you are not alone. I know exactly what you mean. We've had some good friends over the years, and we've had some very supportive family members, but we've equally lost friends over the years and family members as well that do not understand the level of time and commitment that we have had to put in for our boys who we've now adopted and fostered. And during the time we were fostering as well, we found out who our friends really were, and those were the ones that could understand that we maybe couldn't go out. We weren't able to have the flexibility with our time that we had before, and that, all things said and done, the most important thing to us at that time were obviously our birth children, but also our foster children or our adopted children, and they had to come first. And that would affect all sorts of things that we did. You know, times when we might decide to go out for a meal or meet up with friends in the evenings. You know, we go to church. We sometimes couldn't do that because the children's behaviour was just too challenging, and we needed to put them first. Poor attachment with us would sometimes mean that we couldn't just pass them over to somebody else. We couldn't just have babysitters because we wanted to go out for the evening, or pass them over to the crash at church with somebody else looking after them, because we were trying to build up attachments. And you know, if you're really committed to your adopted children or your foster children, and you are finding that you can't do what you used to do, your social life is not what it used to be, well, you know, you're not alone, because that was our experience. And it does get better, obviously, the longer you have particular children. So if I'm talking to you as an adopter now, the longer you have the child and the better routine you have, the better attachment you begin to build. And as that love deepens, the bond deepens, you will be able to do more, and you will be able to leave them with more people. And it's not to say you can't try that out in the beginning, of course, but you know, you'll probably find that they'll get really upset near the beginning. I think that people potentially, they say things like, oh, it's a wonderful thing that you did for those children. It's a wonderful thing that they have you now. And what a great thing that you've done for them. And well, you know, I don't know what to say about that, because I don't think that I'm any different from anybody else. I think that I really enjoy children. I always have done, which is why I had 5 of my own children. And I could see there was something that I could do that I would enjoy and I would be good at. And that started off with the fostering. And then actually what happened was we just naturally began to fall in love with the boys over time. And we naturally went for that adoption. And I don't think that that's something special I did. I think that that's something that I had to do. I felt like I was called to do it. I felt like it was the right thing. I felt like the boys were right for us. And if you are an adopter that either has birth children or you haven't been able to have children and you're adopting, no doubt you probably feel a little bit like me, that this is something innately that you feel is right for you to do. And probably if you don't feel like that, you're not going to go ahead with it anyway. And I feel like they've brought something to me. They've changed me, because I really enjoyed having my birth children. But one thing that I felt was for sure was that we were quite privileged. We have struggled financially, but just generally speaking, the children had everything they needed. And we were living in a nice area, in a nice house, and everything was, super duper. But actually, when we started to foster and adopt, we learned a lot more about ourselves, patience, working with different people, being in different situations, going into contact and meeting different birth families, and having respect for people from all walks of life, which we wouldn't have been exposed to if we didn't do either of those two things. And I say to people that they have changed me and they have brought something to me. It's not the other way around. And you may feel second rate if you're a foster carer or an adopter. You may feel that because you haven't been able to have birth children, that it's not as good, that you're going to be adopting. Far from it. If anything, it's more special. I mean, I'm not going to say my adopted children are more special than my birth children, because my birth children know how I feel about them. I love them intensely, but it's not second rate. It's not second rate. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it does change you, and it gives you a new aspect on life. And it's hard. It can be really, really hard, as you can go and find other videos on my channel that talk about how hard it is and the things that you might face. But don't feel second rate, because actually it's just an amazing thing to do, and your life will be fulfilled. You will have great joy. You'll have great heartache sometimes, but you will also have great joy as well. So if perhaps you are thinking about adoption and you haven't started the process, then go for it. There's a video on my channel about preparing before you start the process, so take a look at that one. But don't hold back. So many people do. So many people say, oh, I thought about fostering, I thought about adopting, but then I thought, well, I can't do it yet, and I can't do it now, and my house isn't big enough, and blah, blah, blah. There are certain things that you need, which is a spare bedroom, enough time, enough love, and, resilience, a network. Yes, it needs to be there. But if there's no real reason why you're holding back other than the fact that you don't feel confident to move forward, then I encourage you guys, go for it. You'll never look back. It will change your life. So thank you for listening, and I hope that was helpful. If it is, then please still subscribe to me, give me a thumbs up. It helps me to grow my channel. It's really important that I get subscribers and likes.